Good day. Welcome to My Health Cebu. I am your host, Dr. Steven Seno, and we are going to talk this afternoon with very interesting doctors. They are pediatric pulmonologists in training, and they're going to talk to us about common respiratory illnesses that we see in childhood. So our first guest is Dr. Bunny Lou Marie Binauro, and she's going to tell us a little about community-acquired pneumonia. So, Doc Bunny, good day, and welcome to the show.
Good day, Doc.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay. So, Doc Bunny, let's talk about this term called community-acquired pneumonia. So, when you say community-acquired pneumonia, what does that mean? Unsa may pasabutan ng community-acquired pneumonia?
Okay. Kung musturya taog ka ng community-acquired pneumonia, basically, it's still pneumonia, pero dito nimo siya nakuha sa community.
Okay.
Meaning, pwede sa inyong household, or pwede kung nag-eskwela ang bata sa eskwelahan, no? But anywhere in the community. There are actually mga 3 cases of pneumonia, classes of pneumonia, I mean, nga ma-compare nimo with your community-acquired pneumonia. Secondly, kanana ang ginatawag na tawag hospital-acquired pneumonia.
Okay.
No, kaning hospital-acquired pneumonia, for example, ato ang anak na admit sa hospital sa lahi nga sakit, for example, dengue. Kunya, nagstay siya sa hospital mga 3 to 4 days because of the dengue, and then eventually develop kanang ubo, no? Mag-ubo kalit ang bata or mohangos og kalit. Pwede siya ma-consider nato siya as hospital-acquired pneumonia, meaning nakakuha siya kagaw dito sa hospital.
Okay.
Muna nakahinungdan sa iyang pneumonia. Napoy ubang bata, for example, kanang mga neurologically impaired na to nga bata, kanang ginatawag to mga cerebral palsy. Tungod kay dili coordinated ang ilahang pagstorya o ang pag-swallow nila, na sila chance nga kanang bitaw magsudip, no? Sudipan, mapunta sa baga ang ilahang kanang either ilang laway or katong kinaon nila, pwede mapunta sa baga.
Okay.
So mo ni ginatawag po nato nga aspiration pneumonia.
So, si Doc Bunny is telling us na kining community-acquired pneumonia, lahi siya sa hospital-acquired, depende sa unsang lugaran nimo nakuha ang imong infection niya. Secondly, ang katong yang gihiskot na aspiration, kana siya complication na siya from swallowing. No, sakto ba ka, Doc Bunny? Sa to do with that, no, na kanang nisuk-suk siya tungod kay dili coordinated ang swallowing sa patient. Okay? Or mechanism to prevent that is not in place, no? So pwedeng neurological ang cause. Okay. So unsa may signs and symptoms ana? So kung mag-entertain ta og community-acquired pneumonia sa bata, what are the common signs and symptoms na pwede nimo makita?
Okay, for community-acquired pneumonia, pinakauna natong bantayan is hilanat, no? Hilanat. Ikaduha, napoy ubo, no? So, pinaka-common kay nato na hilanat, ubo. Ang ubang mga bata, pwede sila mo develop o paspas nga ginhawa.
Okay.
Now, kaning paspas ra ba nga ginhawa is subjective, kay lahi po siya in each age group sa bata. So, magdepende po sa edad sa bata. Na ubang bata po nga mga kanang non-specific nga sintomas, pwede sila mo present as kanang pagsuka, or magbasa ang tae, or walay gana sa kaon, or kanang kapoy ang lawas, na di na maglihok, mausab ang aktibidad sa bata. Sa mga kanang severe na nga klase sa kanang pneumonia, pwede makabantay ta nga aside sa paspas nga ginhawa sa bata, kanang bitaw sa atong ilong, or sila maglisnag-lisnag ang ilahang ilong. Kana siya, or ang uban, pwede maglagom ang wait or ang kanang tudlo. Kana sa nail bed nila, pwede ka na inaa siya.
So, although ang ato ang infection naa sa baga, na ay other symptoms gawas sa baga, no, which may include kanang giskot ni Dr. Bunny na kanang atong diarrhea, no, or a loss of appetite, no, or even as high up as the nose, no, na apil na sad ang maglisod og ginhawa through the nose. Okay, so pero Doc Bunny, how do we when do you know, no, na it's something that needs consult with a doctor kanang? So, di ba, tanan bata, maagi magyud og kanang sakit, no, na which may include those that you mentioned na mga symptoms. So, at some point, magkamaghuna-una na, pneumonia na magyud ni siya. Angay na magyud ni siya konsulta og doktor.
Yes. Kung kung makamaktikod ka nga ang anak nimo nagpadayon ang hilanat or nagkataas ang hilanat, despite nga naghatag na kaog ka ng para sa hilanat, for example, para sa tamol may common na to ginahatag. Despite gihatag tambal, magpadayon gyud gihapon ang hilanat. Ikaduha, katong dimension na ko ganina nga paspas ang ginhawa. Or ikatulo atong bantayan is kung makabantay ta nga magsige na bitaw suka ang bata, wala na siya food nga intake, kaya na ato po ng bantayan.
Okay.
Aside from that, aside from sa sintomas nga makita nato sa paginhawa, pwede sad ang uban nga mag-convulsion ang uban.
Okay.
Or kanang ang uban nga magsige na bitaw hingatulog na, magsige na lang katulog, no? Dili na pareha sa iyang usual activity. Ikatulo po natong bantayan kanang mga bata nga kanang bitaw mga ginatawag og malnourished, no? So kaning mga malnourished nga mga bata manggod, since ubos ilahang resistensya sa lawas, ang presentation sa pneumonia nila mas grabe than the katong normal nga timba nga mga bata.
Okay.
So mas bantayon nun sila.
Right. Okay. So kaya siya gipanghisgot ni Dr. Bani na kung lahi na ang iyang kanang gitawag na sensorium, not sige na siyang tug o naglahi na siya na drowsy na siya pirmi or severe na gyud ang iyang gitawag na respiratory distress, na naglisod na gyud, na dili lang gyud siya naglisod og ginhawa, makakita na gyud ka na stressed gyud ang bata when it comes to breathing. Okay? So this nga katong giskot sa ni Dr. Bani na seizures, na kung ginta patulo na ang bata, then perhaps you should bring definitely you should bring this child to a doctor and seek a consult. Okay? So gawas anang so once ma-diagnose siya with pneumonia, or part of the diagnosis by Doc Bani is to do an X-ray. So unsa may role there is sa X-ray in the diagnosis of community-acquired pneumonia?
Okay. Not all the time that we should do the X-ray.
Okay.
Especially sa mga lugar nga kanang kulang bitaw tag mga laboratorio. So pwede ra gyud siya nga pa-check up sa doctor and then treat the patient clinically.
Okay.
But in areas nga pwede gyud ta maka-X-ray, then we can do an X-ray. And aside from that, katong X-ray, ang importance na nung maghimo tag X-ray is to see if unsa na estado sa baga sa bata. Ikaduha, nabatay makita nga komplikasyon sa pneumonia. Pwede manggod nga komplikasyon sa pneumonia, magtubig na ang baga sa ubang bata. Labi na kung dugay na ang kanang infection nga nabati sa bata. So kana siya.
Okay.
Aside from the X-ray, you can also do kanang tinatawag na itong pulse oximetry.
Okay.
No? Tanaw na to ang oxygen saturation sa bata.
That's right.
Ikaduha, to identify ang katong kagaw na hinungdan sa pneumonia sa bata. Then we can do, kung makalihad na ang bata, we can do sputum examination.
Alright.
To do culture or ram staining ana nga sa iyahang kulihan.
Okay.
Kana sa mga bata nga pwede na makakulihan.
Alright. Okay. So kanang when it comes to respiratory illnesses, dili lang gid siya X-ray. There are other mga diagnostics or daghan mga examinations na makatabang sa atong diagnosis. So apil na ang katong pulse oximetry. So kanang pulse oximetry is very popular. You can just go online and buy one. Yeah, it's very cost effective, dili kay siya nakamahal, accessible na siya karon. So that can be used, Nya kung mag-pulse oximetry ta, Doc Bani, unsa may levels na angay lang tan-awon, Kay when you put it on, di ba, naman na siya number na magawa, say 95 or 90. At what number man na dapat alarming na siya?
Kung ang makita ninyo pagtaod sa pulse oximeter kanang makita nimo nga numero is more than 94%, then dili ta angay mabalaka.
Okay.
But below that, kaya kinahanglan ta mabalaka, kay that would signify nga kinahanglan tabangan nato ang bata pasabot maghatag tag oxygen niya to support ang iyahang pagginhawa.
Okay. Alright. Sige. So, nanagta sa katong symptoms, humana sa mga possible na diagnostics o mga examinations para makibaw ta kung unsa atong mga treatment. So, dili na taron sa treatment, Dr. Bani. What are the common treatments? So, is antibiotics always given to all children who have pneumonia?
Okay, very good question, Doc. Since most of the kanang hinungdan sa pneumonia is mostly viral for children, especially less than 5 years old na mga bata. So, since viral siya, dili ta manginahanglan og antibiotic. Okay? So, imo matingala nga iniadto ninyo sa doctor ninyo, dili siya mo resetag antibiotic. That's basically that's basically okay because based sa guidelines na gihatag sa Pediatric na Society diri sa Pilipinas, naa sila gina-follow nga guidelines kung kanus alang ta mohatag og antibiotic.
Right.
Now, since viral ang pinaka-common nga cause sa imuhang pneumonia, muna dili ta makahatag og antibiotic sa ilaha. But as the course of the disease goes on, meaning progress ang disease sa bata, mag-expect me nga posible na napoy bacterial superimposition.
Okay.
So pasabot anang naa na napoy laing kagaw nga nipatong aside sa imuhang viral nga infection.
That's right.
So in that case, muna siya magkinahanglan na mo start og antibiotic.
That's right. Okay. So well said, Dr. Banino, na again, dili tanan pneumonia manginhanglan og antibiotic kay dili man gud siya bacterial. No? So as such, kung bacterial siya, di na palang nimo tagaan og antibiotic. Okay? And also, di man sa ka magpataka og hatag kay you may develop antibiotic resistance. No? So eventually, when you do need it, di na nun mo andar ang imong antibiotic kay imong lawas na andad na you develop resistance toward it, or ang kagaw rather, develop resistance towards the antibiotic. Okay? So, and also naanay mga side effects ng antibiotics if you don't follow the guidelines given to you by your doctor. Okay? So it's best good na you consult when it comes to the interventions spray and ana, no? Pero dindot na siya na clarification ni Dr. Bani na di tanan pneumonia manginhanglan og antibiotic, but it may progress kung especially kung gitawag na superimposed na imong patong na lain kung madugay na ang imong viral na pneumonia. Okay? So gawasan ng antibiotics. So di ba majority di man siya bacterial, it's mostly viral. Unsa may mga interventions na mabuhat sa family in order to support their child who has a community-acquired pneumonia na viral?
Okay. Since together with kanang ubo sa bata, di ba, pinaka-common nga sintomas makita nato is fever. So we treat the fever. So pwede ta mo hatag og paracetamol if dili allergic ang bata, no? So we aside from the fever, we also hydrate the child. Kaya atong timan-an ang pinaka-effective nga mucolytic, meaning makapahumok sa plingma sa bata, is still water.
Okay.
So water therapy ra gyud gihapon ta. Now, as to the question for mga cough supplementation, mga oral cough supplements, basically based sa guidelines sa PAPP nga Philippine Academy of Pediatric Pulmonologists, wala pa gyud naghatag og support on giving kanang mga cough suppressants or mga cough nga remedies.
Right.
Okay, so basically it's still
Water.
the fever and water therapy.
Okay. So approximately how much water man na siya, Dr. Bani? As much as tolerated.
As much as tolerated, yes. Kaya sometimes, namagoy times nga, manggigil bitaw ang parents, ipadaghan og ayo ang water.
Yes.
So tendency ba sila sa magsuka na hinuon ng bata. So as much as the child can tolerate, then we give the hydration.
Okay. So, Dr. Bani, no, thank you very much for sharing your information regarding community-acquired pneumonia. So, ang mga i-differentiate ni Dr. Bani sa tuwa na it's different from pneumonia that is acquired in the hospital setting or in a healthcare center. And then, naa siya mga symptoms, so dili lang siya restricted no, to the lungs ang iyang symptoms, naa siya mga other areas. Unya, naa siya gihiskot sa si Dr. Bani na mga signs and symptoms na angay gyud nimong dad-on sa usa ka specialist or isa ka medical specialist when they have seizures or maglahi ang sensorium or nag-respiratory distress. And then lastly, aside from antibiotics, na di mo na siya pinaka first kununta na intervention, water no has a very good role diri sa iyang care of community-acquired pneumonia. So, Doc Bani, thank you for sharing your expertise with us. And then, when we come back...
So, can you mention?
Yes, Doc Bani. Sabay ito
I would just like to add, especially on the prevention for the pneumonia.
Yes.
Very important because we need to check for the immunization also of the child. No? So meaning kinahanglan updated ang immunization sa bata because it can also prevent the occurrence of your pneumonia. Secondly, still to continue breastfeeding, especially for our infants, since it can also prevent pneumonia.
Okay.
And thirdly, especially sa atong time sa pandemya karon, teach the children on good hand hygiene. Very important. Maski panghugas lang na sa kamot, it's a very good prevention gihapon.
Okay.
Doc,
So, Doc Bunny, thank you. So, imong general pediatrics is very strong. Hygiene, vaccination, breastfeeding. Okay, so thank you for sharing with us. And then as we come back, for the rest of our viewers, we'll talk again with another pediatric pulmonologist in training who's going to talk to us about pediatric asthma. So come join us. Good day. Welcome back to My Health Cebu. I am your host, Dr. Steven Seno. You are catching us in the second part of our talk with pediatric pulmonologists in training who are going to talk to us about common respiratory problems that you encounter in childhood. So in our first segment, we had an interesting talk with Dr. Bunny who gave us some insight into community-acquired pneumonia. And for this section, we're going to talk with Dr. Neil Montesilio. Again, a pediatric pulmonologist in training who's going to tell us a little more about childhood asthma or asthma in childhood. So, Neil, good day.
Good afternoon, Doc, and thank you so much for having me.
Yes, so it's good to have you guys on the show to tell us about these common concerns, respiratory concerns in childhood. So, Neil, the topic that we chose to talk to you about is childhood asthma. So, kana siya is a term that's fairly familiar to most people, but what does it really mean? Unsa may definition anang childhood asthma?
So, childhood asthma, Doc, is a chronic condition. When we say chronic, it's long-term or pinagdugay siya nga sakit.
Okay.
And it usually affects the airways, Doc.
Okay.
Usually it is characterized by bronchoconstriction, kanang murag atong airway bitaw or siya muhuot. And it also characterized by hyper-responsiveness to triggers.
Okay.
For example, makaginhawa ka og nanigarilyo, makaginhawa ka sa smoke
Okay.
or pollution or dust, it can also trigger
Okay.
you to have the asthma symptoms.
Yeah. So ang kanang asthma is mura man gud siya, it's a common term now, no? So right now based on what you know, Doc, unsa may incidence anang childhood asthma based on lang atong latest statistics or latest data?
So, based on our guidelines, Dr. Gina guidelines, it is estimated that up to 1 to 18% of the population is affected with asthma. But usually, Doc, we can estimate it as high as 10%
Okay, of the population.
of the population here, Doc, in the Philippines.
So 1 out of 10 will be affected with asthma. Unya, is there a certain ages na mas prominent ang asthma symptoms? Like say, is it more common in childhood and in the toddler years versus the adolescent years? Doon na ba yung ng klaseng mga things that the family should look out for?
Yeah, yes, Doc. Most asthma, Doc, starts on childhood, Doc. Usually, sa pagkabata, gina siya magsugod. And medyo makuha ni siya, mabantayan because those patients with asthma, those kids with asthma, they have usually a family history
I
of
see.
asthma or other allergic disease.
Alright.
So, pwede parents nila, one or both parents na asthma po or other allergic condition. And,
So usa na sa mga risk factors, no? Okay.
yes, Doc. Usually, mo start na siya, Doc, pagka childhood.
Alright. Okay. Sige. So, kung naa kay, if you're suspecting, no, kung kinta, naatay parent nang gatanaw niya, suspect na iyang bata doon ay asthma, or informally has been labeled as asthmatic, what should they do, no, to be able to confirm the diagnosis?
So, first of all, Doc, I would like to describe the symptoms or signs of asthma.
Okay.
Usually, these patients would present as cough, ubo-ubo, or chest tightness, medyo hot ang paginhawa.
Okay.
Others would present as dyspnea,
Okay.
or wheezing. Ang wheezing kani sa Bisaya mo na siya itong gitawag og
Putoy.
putoy. Kana bitong kada ginhawa nimo medyo hait. So, if the parents think, Doc, that their child has asthma, I think they have to consult, Doc.
Okay.
They have to go see a doctor and consult.
Right. So it's not just enough, no, to know these symptoms, but to be certain, go seek the advice of a doctor to be able to see kung naabigay asthma imong bata or wala. Okay? Right. Sige.
Yes, Doc.
Okay. So,
So, it's important, Doc, because so again, Doc, in asthma, it's really important to seek consult because there are also other diseases that could present like asthma, Doc. So, for example, tuberculosis, pwede na nimo siya mistaken as asthma,
Okay.
or ang uban gani mga bata kanang mga foreign body aspiration.
Yes.
So ma-aspirate nila, dali usahay dok, di siya mabantayan, unwitnessed aspiration.
Yes.
So this kid would present as kanang as having cough or episodes of wheezing.
Yes.
So pwede na siya dili asthma dok. So dapat ma-work up gid siya
Mhm.
para masiguro gyud nga asthma siya dili ang uban
Sige.
ng mga sakit.
Alright, nya Doc Neil, imo naman ang gi-bring up ang work up. So when unsa may mga work up para sa bata na dunay asthma or gisuspect na dunay asthma?
So depende na siya dok sa age sa bata.
Mm.
So usually ang age na to dok less than 5 years.
Mhm.
So we can diagnose asthma clinically
Mhm.
dok. Usually it's clinical for patients less than 5 years.
Okay.
So we usually rely on the history.
Mhm.
So kasabutan ng history usay nitabo sa bata. When man siya usually mag-asthma,
Okay.
mag-asthma ra ba siya during episodes of kana magtrangkaso or viral infection? Na ba siya symptoms of asthma?
Mhm.
Bisag wala siya nagka-viral infection like during exercise,
Mhm.
during nighttime or mga nighttime awakenings
Mm.
or attacks usually in the morning.
Okay.
And other workup doc, although not stated in other guidelines
Mm.
doc, I think you need also to work up for your other considerations doc. For example, nag-suspect ka nga basig TB ni nga bata.
Mhm.
So we can always get a chest x-ray doc, especially for chronic symptoms.
Okay.
And other tests doc for other diseases. It depends good siya doc on your considerations or
Right.
your differentials.
Okay. So,
And for more than 5 years old doc, but it also depends gyapon doc sa patient. You can also get spirometry doc.
mhm.
So kanang spirometry, mura siya lung function
Yes.
test nga murag ipa-inhale ni mga patient nga forced expiration.
Okay.
Basta murag makita na say graph doc and values
Yes.
na point out siya whether asthma ba siya.
Okay.
Doc, makasupport siya sa mga diagnosis.
Right. Okay.
But again, dili siya para sa tanang patients kay naiuban doc paglisod yun og palo.
Alright. Okay.
Even sa adolescents or adults, lagi uban nga maglisod
Right.
doc.
So,
But it's important doc to determine asthma, to diagnose and to assess for the response to treatment.
that's right. Okay, so ang first good no, when it comes to treating childhood asthma is to first see if it is truly childhood asthma or is it something else. So muna na giingon ni Doc Neil na there are evaluations na that needs to be performed or diagnostics that need to be performed, including in some cases kanang test to rule out tuberculosis, which can also present as a chronic respiratory problem. Nya usap pa, dili nimo madekahon no ang mga diagnostics na imong i-request for a childhood asthma because depending on the age group, younger children pwede naman clinical, but older children, especially those who can follow instructions, they can perform more complicated tests, including tatong gihisgot ni Doc Neil na spirometry, no, which is a way to measure ang imong forced expiration. Okay. So we talked about the signs, we talked about the incidents niya. Now, Neil, let's talk a little more about ang iyang treatment. So, unsa may mga things that what are the common medications or what are the common treatment na i-undergo for a child who has asthma?
So the treatment doc depends on the severity of the asthma of the patient doc. So if murag infrequent pa siya may tabo doc, like for example once a month, you can just give kanang mga salbutamol lang doc,
Yes.
so mga rescue medications
That's
lang.
right.
But for example, the patient has really disturbing symptoms doc, occurring most of the days with activity limitation, mga yana bitaw doc. So that's when you need to give the controller medications doc.
That's right.
So aside from that, bothersome or frequent symptoms doc, if the patient presents also with first time presentation niya or present siya as severe exacerbation doc or asthma and exacerbation, you need to also give kanang controller medications doc. So our controller medication is usually the inhaled corticosteroids doc. So when we say controller, wala na siya silbi, maintenance na siya, ginatake na nimo siya, depende sa unsa gi-prescribe sa imong doctor, but it should be taken ideally every day doc. And nasa na siya wala siya nga important kay follow up mo sa imong doctor kay namago na siya mga inhaler techniques doc na dapat yun mo i-comply
Okay.
kay para mas effective ang delivery sa dose.
Okay.
And aside from that inhaler techniques doc, ang problem gino makita usually is that dili bitaw mo comply kasagaran Doc.
Okay.
So mo na siya nga important gid siya nga mo follow jud ka
Okay. So,
sa prescribed treatment.
that's right. So, dili lang enough, no, to take the medication, but as important is to be able to take the medication properly. So, dili siya typical na sometimes mag-inom lang o tableta o mag-inom og syrup niya, okay na, no? So, for these mga inhalers na actually technique that may need further instruction, no, or further monitoring. So, dili siya, as it is a chronic disease, dili siya one time, big time, no? You may need to come back for successive consultations para gyud mahapsay, no, kanang ma-address gyud no ang inyong asthma. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, naghiskot naman kanil bahin anang mga things that we hear now when it comes to child asthma with regards to intervention, which include kanang salbutamol and corticosteroids. But again, di ba, we have to emphasize na there are common side effects, no, that can be encountered when you take these medications. So, just to give our viewers an overview, Doc Neil, unsa may mga common side effects by taking these medications?
So ang kuan Doc, first Doc is the salbutamol kanang for reliever. This medication is used for reliever. Maghuot imong dugan, matag og salbutamol. Relieve ang imong bronchoconstriction or ang paghuot sa imong airways sa imong lungs. So usual side effect na niya Doc is usahay ka na mura kag magpalpitation, mura ma-feel bitaw nimo imong heartbeat, mura mubugas imong diri. Others Doc kay mura mag-tremors, na magkurog ang imong kuan. So these are the typical side effects of the Tabas Doc or the salbutamol.
Yes.
And also your inhaled corticosteroids, kuan magin siya kanang gina-maintain man siya. So ang common niya nga side effect is pwede ka mag-oral candidiasis Doc or oral thrush kanang mag-fungal infection na imong mouth.
Okay.
Or it can also kanang cause skin changes Doc, especially around the mouth.
Okay.
So mana siya, it's very important to, if dako-dako na ang bata, to always do gargle after every use Doc of the inhaled corticosteroid.
Okay.
And also po Doc, sa mga gamay nga bata Doc, i-wipe ang mouth.
Okay.
So other complications Doc would include kanang na sometimes in rare cases mga affected ang mga vocal cords, polyps and
Sige.
or
Okay. So,
yeah, nasa concern anang kuan Doc kanang steroids mo kundi siya, so there's always a concern about the height of
yes.
the child.
Okay.
So as long as kuan lang Doc kanang di ra kasi ingon nga high dose, di na siya maka-affect.
Alright. So, kanang unsa may atong health education niyo? So, for our viewers there who are raising children who have asthma, it being very prevalent, no, 1 is to 10 ang atong incidence, what would you advise them, no, in regards to mga lifestyle change or mga supportive interventions na mabuhat sa family for childhood asthma?
So for supportive Doc, I would advise to, first of all Doc, to avoid kanang usual triggers. So pwede ka tong smoke exposure, dust, or kanang naano siya mga ubang mga triggers pa Doc na pwede ra gid ma-avoid. So mo na siya mga common na itong ma-avoid Doc, pollution, dust, exposure to tobacco smoke, and mga kung na ba siya mga allergic sa nga pagkaon, kayan po na nato, allergic sa nga tambal. So second also Doc is to really comply Doc sa medications given. So if gingon gani sa inyong doktor nga i-maintain ni siya, maintain gini siya, bahala ka nang murag tan-aw ninyo after 1 month of taking the ICS, murag ni arang-arang na symptoms. So na mag-uban nga at ato lang ni siya
discontinue
dangan kini arang naman, but sayop na siya. So mo na siya in asthma gani, mas maayo imong control of asthma, mas less ang imong kanang mga chances Doc na mag-exacerbate or mga chances na mag-complicate ang imong asthma.
Okay.
So mo na siya Doc, and also avoid also as much as possible kanang treat comorbidities Doc. For example, naman kay mga asthma, maram ko siya part, mo siya kanang allergic butag yapon nga sakit.
Yes.
So na uban na mag-allergic rhinitis. So i-treat ang allergic rhinitis nga nasa uban Doc na medyo bugat-bugat ang timbang kanang obesity.
Okay.
So that would make asthma more difficult to control Doc. So mo na siya dili siya ngon nga tambal lang. So it's always tambal, lifestyle changes, compliance to medication. So muna siya Doc. And also the technique is very important. Kaya bisan pag everyday ka ga sigig tumara na imong inhaler, but if sayop gani imong technique Doc, tigid dia po kayo siya nga naka
Effective. Okay. So, Doc Neil, thank you again for joining us in today's show to tell us about childhood asthma, how to recognize it and how to address it, and also mga tips na imong gi-share namo in order to make sure that the child does recover or does live with asthma comfortably. Okay. So, Doc Neil, thank you and have a good day. Yeah, for those among you who are going to join us on our last segment, we're going to talk with Dr. Daphne Zaira Khan, who's going to share with us a few things about TB in childhood. So come join us. Welcome back to My Health Cebu. You are joining us in our third segment. We've been talking about common pediatric respiratory problems, which first we talked about community-acquired pneumonia, and then followed by childhood asthma. In this segment, we're going to talk to a pediatric pulmonologist in training, Dr. Daphne Zaira Khan, and she's going to tell us a little more about tuberculosis in childhood. So, Doc Daphne, good day to you.
Good day, Doc.
Okay.
And thank you for having us
Of course, no?
in your show this afternoon.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk a little about the topic that we chose, which is pediatric tuberculosis. So maybe we can give our viewers an overview kung what is pediatric tuberculosis or what is tuberculosis.
Okay, Doc. So, ang tuberculosis, so, isang gyapon ni siya ka-infection caused by the Mycobacterium tuberculosis.
Okay.
So, specific din siya nga kagaw. And the reason why we believe na important din siya i-discuss is because up till now, ang tuberculosis is still a major na public health concern. So, I think the reason nga nung until karon public health concern gyapon siya is because grabe kayo siya nga makatakod.
Okay.
So, ma-transmit siya from one person to another,
Right.
paagi sa pag-ubo, kung mangatsi, and sometimes kanang magluwa, bisan asa.
Okay.
So, even if dili nimo siya ma-directly transmit,
Right.
kani nga kagaw manggod, naa siya ability to survive outside sa body.
Okay.
And if conditions are right lang di Doc, like dili siya exposed to sunlight, naa siya sa moist or mga humid na conditions, pwede gud siya makasurvive for as long as 6 months.
Okay.
So grabe ka iyang ability to infect other people.
Right. Okay. So, the Philippines iba has been struggling with trying to keep tuberculosis in check for such a long time. Yeah. One of the reasons for that is because one, grabe siya makatakot, and then secondly, resilient siya nakagaw. So even outside the body, pwede siya mabuhay niya, pwede ka magtakod. Okay? So when you talk about tuberculosis in childhood, unsa may sintomas ana, Dr. Daphne? So when you have a child who is suspected to have tuberculosis, what do you expect when it comes to the signs and the symptoms?
Okay, so for children, sometimes even in adults, no, wala gyud tay specific nga signs and symptoms that would tell us nga TB na jud ni siya. Sure gyud ta nga TB, but based sa different nga studies, naagid sila na pinpoint na mga certain signs and symptoms nga pwede gyud nato ma-consider nga kailangan na nato ni i-work up ni nga kani nga pasyente. So, ang ilahang usually gi-mention is if ever ang pasyente na ay hilanat or nag-ubo-ubo, nga dugay na kaayo niya, wala gyud ayo-ayo, usually more than 2 weeks na ni siya nga padayon og nga ani, and usually sa mga bata, sometimes subtle ra kailahang presentation na kay bata nga bisan wala gihilanat o ubo-ubo, but malnourished sila, dili sila ka-gain weight adequately, or sometimes naay mga symptoms such as night sweats, kanang magpanington sila usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. So muni siya ang commonly gyud nga gina-mention, but dili ra ni siya ang ato ang pangitaon. Okay, daghan pa yung other nga signs and symptoms nga dili specific good for TB na pwede sad nato makita sa other diseases.
Okay.
So dapat vigilant good and screening nato kay dapat din nato makatch ni nga patient early on.
Okay. So, Dr. Daphne, doon na by ages na murag mas common makita ang tuberculosis in childhood?
Usually, mas grabe ang ilang presentation if they are less than 5 years old. Kaya kanimang good nga time, medyo ubos pa ang ilang depensa sa lawas. So, sometimes, mas grabe ang ilang manifestation. But beyond 5 years old, if mga 5 to 10 years old, less common na ni sa ilaha. but then mo resurface na sad siya during
I
adolescence
see.
nga secondary TB na
I
siya.
see. Okay. And then, common ang TB sa Philippine setting, no? So, atong current incidence karon sa tuberculosis, unsa ni numbers nato, Doc Daphne, with regards to the incidence or the prevalence of tuberculosis in the Philippine setting?
So, based sa amo ang current na data gyud nga na-read, ang estimate nila is around 1 million Filipinos gyud currently have active TB.
Okay.
So, if you think bitaw no nga 1 million and compare it sa ato ang population gyud sa whole country nga around 110 million Filipinos, medyo gamay ra siya no, but we have to note nga kaning 1 million are only the documented cases.
Okay.
Daghan pag yung other cases nga underreported or wala sila nasakpan.
Right.
So kani sila ang mga patients, pwede pa gid sila makatakod
Right.
sa other people.
Okay. Sige. So, we've talked about kanang iyang presentation, unya common ang iyang incidents. Nya, karon Dr. Daphne, how does one diagnose a child to have pulmonary tuberculosis? What are the things that they need to undergo to be able to get that diagnosis?
Okay, so actually, Doc, that's a very good question. Kay ang uban, when they say diagnosis ng good, they expect na dito i-perform na mga laboratory test or mga imaging. So, but tungod nga prevalent kay siya sa society, di mo gud nato pwede nga i-test tanang tao dito.
Okay.
So ang very important thing that we should note, especially sa mga health workers, ay dapat yun vigilant sila in doing the symptom screening. So initially mo gud na ato ang buhaton, so katong atong gipang mention nga mga symptoms before, if ever you have patients nga mo fit or maka display sila of similar criteria such as katong cough and fever for more than 2 weeks, unexplained na weight loss, atong mga night sweats, as well as the duration din nila na long term, especially if nag-try na sila treat with antibiotics but still there's no resolution. So for these patients, kanina sila ang warranted to receive the diagnostic test. So kung kani sila, dapat na silang mag-examination sa ilang plema. So naatay gitawag nga gene expert, naasad sputum smear nga microscopy ug ang TB culture. Pwede sad ta magkuha og X-ray just to check kung naagid sila mga significant findings sa ilahang lung.
Okay.
But ang pinaka-importante gyud is ang ma-examine ang ilahang plema, kay dito gyud nato makita kung naagid katong atong dimension nga kagaw ganyan.
Okay. So, for infectious diseases, Doc Nafti, kanang pwede gani makakatag, no? Importante sa dire ang katong contact tracing, no? So, can you tell us a little more, because that word contact tracing is floating around more often now in the background of COVID-19. So, unsa man ang contact tracing for tuberculosis? When do you start it and how does it go about?
Okay, so ang contact tracing, especially since we're talking about mga pediatric patients, no? So, ang pediatric TB manggod, they usually get the infection from someone else gid na siya.
Okay.
Like they get it from a household member, usually adult or adolescent. So if ever na kay pasyente nga pediatric patient nga nag-consider ka nga possible TB, it is very important na imo yung i-trace ang mga household members. So this is what we do kung contact tracing. So we always do symptom screening sa family members to check if sila mismo na sila yung mga inaning na symptoms. And as if ever they pass the symptom screening, they can also undergo the test.
Okay.
So mo ni siya ang part nga sa health worker nga they should not treat only the patient nga niadto sa ilaha for consult, but include family members
That's right.
as well.
Again. So again, no, the reason for which is you want to control the population that has been infected. Okay? Para di gyud mo katag or imo gyud mo control within a certain community or a certain household. So, unsa may treatment? So when it comes to tuberculosis, is it something that can be treated quickly or may take a little more time?
Okay, so I think kani siya important sa siya no nga mabalaan sa everyone kay ang TB naara gid ni siya tambal. Available ra sad ang tambal, and ang difference ng gid niya is dili siya ang usual nga atong mga gipang take nga palit over the counter or ang kanang mga usual nga antibiotics. Although kagaw sad ni siya, dili ni siya maigo sa mga common nga antibiotics nga atong nasulyan before. So naagid ni siya specific na mga antibiotics nga para ra gyud siya sa TB. So it's very important nga i-take ni siya, and ang difference sad niya from other infections kay long-term ang iyahang duration sa treatment. For TB cases, it could run for as long as 6 months to a year, sometimes even longer, depende sa response sa pasyente.
Alright.
So, unlike other infections nga, sometimes 7 days or 10 days ang treatment, kani siya, kailangan din siya og commitment and adherence from the patient
Right.
and the family members as well para makontrol gid nato ang infection.
That's right. Okay, so kini siyang TB is one of those illnesses na dapat tunagid kay nindot na kanang gitawag na therapeutic alliance. So meaning there is a relationship of trust between the patient and the healthcare worker or the physician. So so ikaw, what are your tips now for, so like if you have a child who is diagnosed with tuberculosis, what other forms of intervention would you recommend? No? So, gawas sa magtumab sa siyang tambal, what else can be done for this child na dunay infection na tuberculosis?
Okay, so ang pinaka-important man gyud ang ating stress whenever we treat our patients, especially for infection, is ang prevention gyud initially. So, common na good for, it doesn't apply lang yun to TB, but for other infections as well. So, dapat hygiene ng gihapon, and of course, ang ato ang perform sa mga hand washing, important sad na. And we also have to encourage our patients na if ever na sila yung mga symptoms of cough or sipon-sipon, dapat mag-cover din sila sa ilang mouth, and as much as possible, dili lang magluwa sa bisan asa. Okay, especially kung TB ang ato ang ginahuna, pwede man sa dud siya nga mapasa or ma-transmit sa ubang tawo sa mga ing-ani nga pamaagi. So, another thing nga ganahan ako i-stress good with the patients as well as their family members is na dapat yun tiwason ang pagtumar sa TB. It's a long-term commitment with siya. So, dili di alalim nga magtambal ka for 6 months,
That's right.
but kailangan mong good siya kay mao gid ni ang para maayo gid sa atong TB. So, another thing side is dili ka ganahan nga ang ato ang pasyente ma-develop og resistance sa mga tambal nga atong gihatag. So, mumanggod ni ang firming nga reason nganong naatay mga kaso sa TB nga bati or kanang ilang gitawag nga multi-drug resistant na kay nag-take sila mga tambal or usually wala nila gitiwas kay maayo naman gud ilahang pamati. So even if na okay na nawala na to atong mga symptoms nga di panghisgutan ganiha, importante gud nga masabtan nila nga dapat kumplituon gud ang treatment para makalikay ta sa mga other complications nga mas delikado na ug naasad moabot ta ani nga stage sa TB disease kaning mag-resistant na ta sa mga tambal, mas mahal na sad ang ato ang gasto.
That's right.
Kay mas mahal sad ang tambal para
Yeah, nya ang tuberculosis, di ba Dr. Daphne, na dili magud siya restricted lang to the lungs, no? So it can go into the bones, it can affect the kidney, into the liver as well as the brain, no? So kana siya, it's even more complicated niya. Vulnerable man gud ang child, no? Especially for those na dunay mga chronic other illnesses apart from na gi-mention na including kanang malnutrition, okay, or immunocompromised ba ang bata. So dapat yun, kung unsay gi-prescribe na treatment plan for tuberculosis at yung i-follow through, okay, including ang kanang contact tracing. Okay, so with unsa may atong kung kita advocate ka, so or before we go there, at how many months of treating with the medication properly na matawag na nimo na ang child is already non-infectious or di na siya katakod or cured? So, is that follow na kinta mahuman na gyud 6 months, automatic na siya na natambalan na gyud ka, hindi na gyud katakod, or are there further tests that need to be performed?
Okay, so that's actually a good question, Doc. Kay they believe man good na once ingnon sila nga magtambal ta for 6 months, diretso na kagtambal for 6 months. But actually, it is very important good na we stress na mo-follow up with sila. Kay in between the treatment, ang shortest niya 6 months, no, in between that duration, dapat magud sila mag-repeat sa mga test just to check kung nawala na bigid ang kagaw. Especially for those nga na-confirm gud nimo nga naagid sila kagaw paagi sa atong gene expert, sa sputum culture. Oo, so for these patients, makaingon lang ta nga dili na sila makatakod if nakakuha na sila og repeat nga mga samples,
That's right.
kunya ni negative na siya.
Okay. So again, no, it's possible na ang inyong medication i-extend pa na siya further, no, kung wala pa gid na completely treated sa response sa bata
Depende sa dahang.
or depende sad sa compliance, no, sa family or sa patient na kung nahaywa gito consistently, so doon na tendency na wa na cure ang bata sa tuberculosis. And then if we still, pero napigay po na chance na matambalan, at i-extend lang gina siya or posibleng dungagan ang atong medication. Pero para maglikay taan na, mo follow lang kita sa first na i-recommend na treatment plan sa tuberculosis. Kaya nga, i-emphasize rin ni Dr. Daphne, it is something that is a nationwide concern, no? Considering that more than 1 million Filipinos have it or are being treated for it, and that's even possibly underreported, no? Na mas daghan pa gani siguro ang burden of the illness, burden of the disease in the Philippine setting. Okay? So, any last advice, no? So, as a pediatric pulmonologist in training, what else would you like to advocate or like to enforce to our viewers in order to promote good respiratory health during this time, especially in the Christmas season niya, in the background pagid of COVID-19? Okay. Doc Daph?
So, with regards to TB, Doc, no, which is, like you said, major na public health concern. So, this is not something that we should just battle alone within your family. So, important din siya nga, we should also involve the community. So, even if wala sila active TB ongoing, we should still continue to educate our patients and the community through inani nga mga forum. So, we have mga health shows that can help them understand the disease more, kay ang kanimang good and all the other diseases that we are dealing with, nag-require man gid sila og community effort and cooperation.
Okay.
So, best good na siya nga we have the involvement of different sectors as well as media, kay mo man ni ang way for people to reach the bigger population.
That's right. Okay, so Dr. Daphne Zaira Khan, thank you again for joining us. And I would also like to extend my thanks to Dr. Bunny Lou Marie Binauro and also Dr. Neil Montesilio, our pediatric pulmonologists in training who have shared with us their knowledge this afternoon about community-acquired pneumonia, childhood asthma, and tuberculosis in childhood. So in behalf of everybody here at My TV, My Health, I would like to thank our pediatricians for joining us this afternoon and sharing the information about common respiratory illnesses in childhood. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy.